Welcome to the Power Friendship Podcast. It is our year wrapped. I'm your host, Sailor Game, with my sexy co-host, Benny J. Blanco.
What's up, man?
What's up, brother? We're going to talk about the year, our favorite, our top fives, the movies, comics, books, albums, whatever. We do this, we do it, okay? Remember, this is our list, okay? If you have a different list,
It's
you put
okay.
it. It's okay.
That's okay, baby. That's
Our
okay.
list. You can have it. You tell us what your top five is, comics, movies, or whatever. All right, let's do movies first. All right, we'll do top five. Top five movies. All right. All right. What's your five?
I'll say, so beginning of the year, there was a movie called American Fiction that came out. It's available now on Prime. Basically, it's a kind of a satire and family drama of a black author of writing the most black book ever. And it's not what you think. It's more so like gang violence and stuff. Like that's what the publisher pushed. So he wrote the most obscene book ever as a joke, and it becomes a bestseller. And he has to live with this as an artistic like author, having to like grapple around like, yo, I wrote something to make a mockery, and now it's successful. So it's a good like little insight, and it has phenomenal star power, and like they do a family so well, where like, and the problem is like the family, like you never see like a successful like family of color that much in movies. It's always like some type of struggle, and like no, this family is well off. They're all good. Like everyone was a doctor and shit, and it just shows that like yeah, we can all have the same problems too with families. Like I don't know, it's a really good movie that I think a lot of people should watch. And of course, it got me with the whole author gimmick as its forefront. So now you give me your one of yours. We do it back
Five is
forth.
all right. Superman: The Christopher Reeve Story, which was phenomenal. It's on Max.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Documentary, right?
Yeah, documentary on Christopher Reeve. I was cooked the moment the documentary
Oh,
started. But later, like documentaries been hitting on HBO Max lately. I don't give too much away. Superman Christopher Reeve story about the character, about the man behind Superman. It's a great story. Check it out on Max. Boom. Your number four?
it has to be Alien Romulus. Romulus. That
Oh,
was
okay.
that was such an like seeing that with you in IMAX was amazing, but also like those scenes, and you know the scenes we're talking about, like hallway scenes, acid. Oh my God, like and the really star power of like the youthful cast. Like a lot of these actors I've never seen in other films to hold down this really strong IP and do it so well was phenomenal. What about
Oh
you?
hell yeah. My number four is it was hard. The Substance. Number four.
4. I thought that would be higher in your list, bro.
I was trying, bro. This was hard. I see so many freaking movies, man. The
Yeah, I know,
Substance.
man.
We see so many movies. Oh my god, I was like, I couldn't eat. Like I was like, bleh. Like it's kind of hard
Okay.
for me. Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, the director, she killed it.
Dude, that movie went hard, bro. That movie went hardcore. That movie went hard.
Dennis Quaid, the close-up shots, the substance. Go watch the Substance. It's not even. I can't even tell you. Like you switch bodies. I mean, you don't even switch bodies. You just. I can't even. It's a perfect body horror movie, sci-fi movie. It was hard to put on. These movies are crazy. But go. What's your number three?
My number 3, dude, it's wild because like a lot of my list is kind of like horror movies. So like number
Yes.
3 has to be fuck. I had it in my head. Had it in my head. You give me your number 3. We
Oh,
come
number
back to me.
three.
We'll come back. We
Mine
come
is
back. Come on.
Love Lies Bleeding with Kristen Stewart and Katie O'Malley.
How was
Okay,
that?
it's on Max. I think you would
So
dig
no,
it
I said,
because
how was it for you?
it was crazy because it's bodybuilding and murder and niggas.
Is it like body
It's
horror type of movie?
no, if they have some stuff like it's about bodybuilding. A girl's at bodybuilding gym, but she also does like stuff with like it's crime stuff with her dad. Kristen Stewart and Kate O'Malley are pretty good chemistry. Dave Franco's a jerk. Plays a really good jerk. There's like Clint Eastwood's in it.
Wait,
That's a lot
Clint
of
Eastwood?
not Clint Eastwood. No, it's not Clint Eastwood. I'm lying. Not Clint Eastwood. It's another guy besides Clint Eastwood. He looks just like him. But
All
there's a
right, all
guy
right.
that's just like. But Love Lies Bleeding is perfect for like a murder, gore, all that, all
I
that stuff.
remember my third one. I remember, and this
Okay,
is one that you were involved with too. Late Night with the Devil.
that
That
was
that
crazy.
movie was unexpectedly so fucking great because they obviously. I think the big thing that got me was like the talk show gimmick. That was that. I mean, everything else after that was phenomenal. With a lot of, I give so much credit to the editing team to make this feel like a real fucking like a real like television show, and also I appreciate the back, like the behind the scenes, like scenes when they went black and white and they went behind the curtains, and you get a little bit more real for the characters, but also like its special effects and VFX effects, like everything was phenomenal in that movie, and I think a lot of people should give this movie a try, and it's also available on Prime too.
Yes, go watch it.
So,
Shutter has everybody has it. It's everywhere. Late Night
so,
Devils everywhere.
so you're two.
Number two. This was really, really hard to do. I got Love Lies Bleeding. I'm either going. I want to go Transformers One really bad or Sonic 3, but god damn it, it was hard. I'm gonna go with Transformers One.
Transformers
Uh,
One.
yeah, because it was Spider Verse all over again. I thought this movie was gonna
Oh,
be
really?
doo. I thought it was gonna be doo doo butter, and they wouldn't have any stakes. Chris Hemsworth and Tyree Henry playing off each other as Megatron as best friends and having a falling out, and they go their separate ways. And
Yeah.
seeing that as like an adult thing, not like a kids game, like and it had
How did the movie do?
not well. I don't think it did well. I think it did like Spider Verse first did, like Spider Verse thing.
Well,
So it's
yeah. But Spider Verse got
yeah,
so much love, though. They
I
had so
know, but
much
that's why I
love.
said like this is probably gonna get eventually. Like what it's gonna get. I would like it gave Transformers like new life, and there were funny jokes, stuff like that. But it was also like it had heart, and I loved like how they were together. Sonic 3 was up there too. Sonic 3 was sick. Jim Carrey's amazing. Keanu Reeves is Shadow. These movies are crazy.
Wait, what's your number two?
It's Shadow. It's fucking Transformers 1 and Sonic 3. I couldn't pick. It was
Okay,
hard.
okay. So it's
It was
tied,
hard.
tied. Okay.
I know my number one was like the one I think was.
I know my number one, but number two, this shit is difficult because I'm like, again, yeah, you watch a shit ton of movies. I watch a lot of movies too, so like it's been very difficult to like really get a number two. So I will say this. My number two and one. So number two will be two movies, right? There'll be two movies, but I watched them this year. So it wasn't a movie that came out this year, but I will say Terrifier 1 and 2. Because
Oh, what?
I had so much fun watching those movies that like I just never saw this part of horror ever. And like I know you recommended it, my girlfriend
Yeah.
recommended it. So I gave it a shot and I was like, okay, I get why people like this. It's gross and also like the hero character is actually a badass though, and especially from two. But number one for me is going to be Terrifier 3, just because of what it did to me and what it has done to my life in a
Uh,
more personal way. You know,
okay.
first
Terrifier
date
1?
with Terrifier 3. Took my girlfriend out to see that movie, and that's the first time we ever kissed. And that movie, it's a lot of personal stuff that's attached to it, but also the movie itself is like a really great Christmas movie and a really great fantasy movie too. It's so weird to say that for a horror movie to be a Christmas/fantasy movie because it gets so deep. I have never seen a more weirder transition of a story arc than Terrifier, from a cheaply like random horror movie to now this epic fantasy. I'm like, what the hell? But like, okay, so like 2024 for movies was really big for horror for me personally, just because not only did I see horror movies in theaters, I started seeing a lot more on VOD too. So like The Substance, I saw that too.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal. I say, wow. I do want to watch Live, Love, Bleed because you have
Yeah.
hyped that movie up a lot.
I think you would. I think you would fuck with it. You would fuck
But
with it.
wait, so what's your number one though?
Oh, it's gotta be Nora. It'll always be number one.
Okay, because I can't wait
I
for that to
can't.
be available for VOD for renting.
Hey, I can't say anything about it.
Please don't, because I really do
One
want
thing
to
I
see
will
it.
say, all right,
But like, okay, give
Nora.
us something simple,
All right,
something
Nora is basically
simple.
a stripper falls in love with a stripper falls in love with a guy, but it's not even what they expected. How it turns out, how it turns out to be, it's a crazy love story of somebody else's love story, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. But it's how it's shot, how they talk, the dialogue, the interaction between one another. It's a very interesting movie. And I did not expect the movie to turn out the way I did turn out, but that's my movie of the year. That's my movie of the year. I've been waiting for that movie to come out ever since. I saw a lot of movies I wanted to put. I just saw Night
It's
Bitch 2 yesterday.
because it was how was that?
Night Bitch was crazy, bro.
Yeah,
It's on Hulu. Yo,
yeah.
Night Bitch is crazy. Amy Adams is crazy, bro. It's crazy. That was crazy. I think you'll fuck with it. You'll fuck with Night Bitch. You'll fuck with it. It's crazy. It's called. It's how exactly how it sounds. It's a crazy movie I've ever seen. Nosferatu was good too. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
My Old Ass was a really good movie too on
Yeah.
Prime.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that movie, man.
Just because, like, for so long in that movie, you kind of forget what the whole premise was about, and then it brings it back, and then it breaks you. I'm like, fuck.
That movie
But
hurt. That movie hurt.
no, this was a really good year for movies, definitely, especially early on with a lot of the experimental
Yeah,
movies
we
that were
got a lot.
coming out from Shudder. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
like In Violent Nature, like
Don't
Shudder and
know.
Neon were releasing a lot of great horror movies lately, and even
Shout
A24
out to Shutter and Neon.
has still been consistently good too with its movies and its release.
Neon and Shutter, please sponsor us. Please, we'll please Neon Shutter. We don't ask for much.
Give us nice hats embroidered with your logo,
Yeah, we
because
don't ask.
you know
We enjoy your movies.
we're hat
Please,
guys. We're hat guys.
yeah, please, we enjoy your
Yes,
movies.
yes,
Please. All right.
yes.
Album.
Stop selling out. We have albums.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we'll do albums. All right. Yeah, motherfucker.
Mm,
What's your top? What's
mm.
your top five? Five.
Okay, so I'm gonna just say in number order. I'm not gonna say which one is number one because I don't have a number
Okay.
one.
All
But I'll
right.
give you my album. So I will say the Sabrina Carpenter's album definitely was a big hit for me this year.
Oh,
What
so it's
was
on my
it?
list
What was
too. It's on my list.
what was it?
It's on my list.
What's it
It's a
called?
taste of sweet and taste. I don't know. Taste of sweet. I just put Sabrina
Taste of
Carpenter. Hold
Sweet,
on.
yeah.
Yep, that was a good
So
album.
yeah,
It's on my
like
list
that
too.
album was phenomenal. And like even though Sabrina Carpenter, damn it, my entire series is fucking freaked out. Sorry about that.
Are you good?
So like I wasn't like
Short and
you look at
sweet.
Sabrina Carpenter, you think, oh, just a regular pop star. It's like no, she's also way more. She's also like unapologetically, like she embraces her beauty by being short and hot. But also, a lot of the songs are just bops. I can fucking sing my ass off, and I can like weirdly like put my mind into a woman's like head. I don't know. It unlocks a weird girly version of myself, and that album is
Yeah,
amazing, and I love it.
yeah,
What about you?
I love the album. I've listened to Sabrina Carpenter for like since a hot minute, but she's never been like. She has songs that are like kind of like deeply like the song emails I can't say. This song called "Opposite" about a person not liking them and rejecting them because now I love that song. But short and sweet, I was surprised how some of it didn't sound like her. She was rapping her ass off too in some of the songs, and I was like, okay, cool. I think this is what. Ooh, I don't know. This is a lot. It's a lot because Taylor Swift album was like right there, but then Sabrina Carpenter album was like,
A little
stop.
bit of top, a little bit of top.
Yeah, I like it though. I like Sabrina Carpenter a lot. I like how she does her music. I
Yeah,
love
it
her
wasn't
beat.
like a 30. It wasn't a 30-song album. All right.
And I was like, damn. I just it's a new breath of fresh air. Breath
Yeah.
of fresh air.
Yeah, I
Yeah, that
agree.
was my number three. Yeah, that was my number three. What was one for me was I love Tyler Creator's new album. Uh,
Cornucopia. I was gonna put that on my list too. That's on my
that
list.
is
That was
that
a
is
really good rap
no
album. It's so
skips.
weird.
I loved it. I love it at all. No, I was like, and
Imagery
I'm
too.
new.
The imagery of the album is kind of fucking wild and trippy
Yeah,
with the mask and everything too.
yeah. That
But
was
also like
crazy.
the way he was doing concerts were like weird. He was doing a concert on top of a shipping container for just for free. He was randomly just in the middle of a workday, just doing his concert live in the middle of the
oh
street for
shit.
people. I'm like, that's awesome. That's so
Oh,
awesome.
I like that. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm new to Tyler Creator. I know some songs I know, but like some of the songs I don't really know. But Tyler Creator's pretty good. I love what he did with his album. I love all the music. I love the beat, how the production, everything. Another one I have on here is I like Charlie XCX Brat. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
I was gonna give Chapel Roan, The Rise and Fall of a
Oh,
Midwestern.
okay. I was like, that was in my
Was good.
list.
That shit was good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously, obviously only heard about her just because she blew up. But listening to the album, I was like, okay, I get it. Like, it does have that weird Midwestern American vibe where it's like, ah, like you're just a beauty queen out there and just getting tormented. I don't know. It was really good. I get it. I get why.
What's I know what your number one is. What's your number one? I,
Shut up.
I know
Just shut up,
it.
bro.
I know what your number one is.
Beatles?
What is it?
I'm saying,
No. Mustard.
No, why
I,
why you gotta go there, bro? Of
bro,
course I love
I
GNX.
felt like
GNX
that he
GNX
made
is
that
like
for
level.
you. I know
No,
he made
no,
that for you, bro.
dude, GNX is really, really, really.
All I was missing
It's
was
a
a Paul
really
McCartney from Future. It was it.
dude. It was such a love letter to West Coast, like just music in general. Not only just because of the rap, but also the Spanish vibes to it. Like, there's a lot of Latin culture in this freaking album. A lot of the artists are like low key, small artists in LA that never had a record deal ever. They just got brought on by Kendrick, and now their career is blossoming. That GNX album, not only aesthetically because of the cover, it's amazing, so simple, but just the vibes. The song Dodger Blue is such a nice West Coast high, like riding on the highway at nighttime. Also, the song Gloria. Gloria is the song by Kendrick Lamar and SZA, and it's a love song about him and his pen. And I mean his actual pen where he wrote his song. SZA is the voice of the pen, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's a love
It's
song
good.
about his
It's
pen.
good.
And no other artist I can think of can do something so artistically creative, or it just doesn't feel weird. But like when you really think about it, I'm like, wow, a Penn love song. Obviously,
Yeah.
the TV off with the whole shout out to the mustard is
Yeah.
iconic. Squabble up, whack out
Yeah.
my mural.
No
Reincarnated
skip.
is a one on one like just a beautiful reminiscent homage to Tupac. He's like reincarnated, but it's a song about him talking to God, but it's like in the style of a Tupac song. But
Okay.
it's one of the best albums. I wasn't expecting to really love it that much, but when because like the build up, you knew he was going to come out with an album with all these crazy like diss songs he was doing in the summer. But like I wasn't expecting it to live to the expectation and possibly exceeding the expectation. I wasn't
Wow.
expecting that because that album shadow dropped out of nowhere randomly. But it was
Yeah,
so
that was
phenomenal,
crazy.
man. I
That was
love
crazy.
that album. But what about you?
Oh,
Since you
well,
want to call
mine,
me out,
no,
since you want to call me out,
mine was another rap album called No Hands by Joey Valence and Bray. I love
yeah,
the Beastie
I know, I
Boys.
know, I know. Oh my God,
I love them. Thank you
bro, that's
so much.
all that
But
pops up. That's all you play
Kendrick,
when I'm in your car.
I love Kendrick's album. No Hands, I love Joey Valence. Keep More. He said, I don't do Coke, I do Pepsi. That's my jump. I love all the music. I fell in love with them. Music has been great. Denzel Curry dropped the heat songs for Heat too. I like Denzel Curry. I like
No,
him.
I think now artists are starting to hopefully start taking more ownership with their own crafts and not trying
Okay.
to be pushed out by the industry. But like, I get worried though because like I feel like the music industry they don't want no one like a Taylor Swift or a Drake because like those two artists have completely like separated themselves from music and become
Okay.
their own biggest brand.
Do you,
And like what Taylor Swift did with re-recording all her older albums, so now she devalued the original ones. Like that's such a smart move. But like I get worried that like now the music industry is probably having a short lease on these artists for like maybe one or two albums. Because I'm not gonna lie, one artist I haven't heard shit from, and she was the top of the world like a year or two ago. It's Olivia Rodrigo. Like she was like, how do you have your album was on Billboard Top 100 like number like in the top 10 for like a
wait.
year or two.
Oh my God.
It's wild,
What was your last
but
album?
but it was sour. But like no one really talked about it. No, it was yeah, it was called Sour or some shit or Guts, yeah, Guts, yeah. Sour was her first one. But like I just get worried that like the big industry, like the music industry and the labels are just going to have short leases on these artists and then focus their attention on somebody else so they can't get big. But I really hope like artists like Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan and them can excel and succeed and not just have a short-lived life. Unless obviously if they don't want to sing and do music no more, that's up to them. Because I get worried that the record labels are going to try to involve themselves to try to make sure that they don't get screwed long
Yeah.
term.
Was there an album that disappointed you this year?
No, because like I try not to listen to shit that like I don't like and honestly, like I feel like albums are starting to come back because like obviously most artists only release singles. So the year of 2024 though has been like such a rise up for like the album, the LP, the EP, like something that wasn't just a single. And I do like the whole concept of albums because you can really put a lot of thought and craft a story because like so many of the artists that we named that have longevity have made some of the greatest albums ever. From your Taylor Swifts, from your Kendricks, from these deeply personal stuff. But I don't know. I just hope for the best for all these artists because they have blown me away uh, from this year. Because 2024 was an amazing year for me for music discovery.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, hell yeah, man. TV shows. TV shows. Give me your five. Give me your
All
five.
right. So so none of these shows came out like a lot of these shows came out different times, but I
Yeah,
first
that's
discovered them.
fine.
So like
Yep.
AP Value, I fucking absolutely love, and I'm mad that they canceled it because I absolutely fell in love with that show. It's on Netflix. All 4 seasons are available there, but it's a very unexpected twist on the whole high school teaching thing. I mean, there's a lot of the same tropes, but they do it way better. I don't know what's but with much more like creativity, I could say. What about you? What's another
Mine's
one of
is
yours?
Shogun. Yo.
I still haven't watched that. I need to watch it.
I think you would deal with you would bang with it. I think you're gonna watch it both ways because you like Ghost of Tsushima. You're gonna watch it in Japanese and dubbed and stuff. You're gonna watch it and all that. I think black and white. I think you would do it. It's an amazing show for what it's done for
FX, man.
everything.
They be killing it,
FX,
man.
yeah, man. A lot of like FX is killing it, man. What's your number four?
Another one will be the show. It's another teacher show, and we watched this together too.
English
English
teacher.
teacher. I fucking
Yeah,
love it, bro. Bro, that was such an unexpected
I
great show.
love the marketing that he does it for it. Just, he says, "Watch the show." He does a dance, and I
Mm.
love it, man. I
Such a
love the
great show.
actors. Such a good
Mm.
show.
And I feel like it's
Uh,
such a weirdly kind of act. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like especially the gym teacher. Like you kind of expected to hate him, and then he to me became
yeah.
my favorite character because I'm like
Okay,
that dude's
I can see. Yeah.
that dude became like the most realist person in the school, and he does give a shit about his friends and his own weird chaotic way. But that show was really good, and I really hope Hulu does give it another season because that was surprising. What about you?
I'm gonna say the Penguin.
Mm,
Oh my god.
yeah, a lot
That
of people love that one.
I'm not gonna say any, I don't know what's going on with Matt Reeves and how he be
What are
able
you
to
talking
do
about the
this.
delay?
Well, how he was able to like make the Penguin, the show,
A character?
great. A character, but then like it was actually good. Like him, and also they did like the villain thing of not making him actual villain. He's still a villain. Like you're not rooting for
But
this
yeah,
motherfucker.
like you remember, like when he comes back for another Batman movie, he's still a villain, but
Yeah.
like now
Oh,
you know more for
his
him.
debt must be paid after the end of the show. His debt must. Bruce better beat his ass. I want him to be murdered for what he did. Uh,
Damn, that
Cobblepot,
deep, that deep, that deep,
Arkham City cooked. I need him
that
Arkham
deep,
City like when
that deep.
Batman sees him without asking because you know what you did. I can't. You took the wallet and everything, bro. You took the wallet and the fucking ID card. That's crazy, bro. My man wrote for you, bro. That's crazy. That's
Shame, man.
crazy.
Shame, bro.
And he was like, I did it for you, Ma. That's crazy. I can't believe this motherfucker, bro. I was like, yo, this show is crazy. I don't know. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But Penguin, watch it, bro. He will get his 2027. 2027 is on, popping. Okay, we're going down. What's the
Didn't season 2 of Invincible came out this year? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think so.
Oh
I
yeah,
think so. No, I think it ended this year. I gotta speak of it. So I gotta watch. It's gonna catch up Invincible. I know it comes out in February. Shit,
well, no, I'm talking about season 2. Did they come out this year or last year?
I think it ended this year.
So I'll say season 2 because I thought that. Oh yeah, because they did the 4 parts. But like, I will
Yeah,
say this, bro.
that
I
was
will say
really
this
better.
that the second half of season 2 of Invincible, which now they're not going to do a parter, like splitting season 3 in
Yeah,
parts.
yeah.
But I thought that was phenomenal. Like a lot of the grit and the emotional thing, and of course, like how the show ended with the iconic scene. And I think I miss my wife. It's like
Oh, that's crazy.
it's so earnest and so honest, and like now you kind of get Omni Man to an extent. Like he just lived a long, brutal life, bro. Like that, like living that long of a life will do something to a man. But like he generally gives a fuck and cares about his son.
Mm,
And now he's trying to. But I don't know. Like that show has been one of the like Amazon has been pumping out some great animation shows, and like I love this new wave of animation that's coming out from from the West that they're pumping out, and I thought season 2 of Invincible was amazing, and I can't wait for the black suit. What about you?
Oh, Superman and freaking Lois. All right, first of all right, CW. This was the show. This was the one. Seeing Superman dealing with social anxiety, dealing with his son having social anxiety, dealing with how he handles homework, their kid not doing their homework, or seeing how they're not being there for their kids, or just seeing Superman being a dad and doing dadly things was very underutilized. And when Superman's doing that stuff, it's amazing. He's dealing with everyday life, and him and his wife doing family. Superman's a dad is probably the greatest thing ever. And it's just how you CW, they stuck the landing. I'm surprised. I am flabbergasted that CW had
It's bound to happen.
Yeah, I know, but with Superman being a family guy, it's like fuck.
Look,
Tyler
look,
Hoechlin.
the show ended on his own terms, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I love that, and it got the ending they wanted, and it was the most beautiful ending ever. Lois, Superman, cancer. I was like, seeing Superboy, his sons, Steel, everybody in their regular stuff. It was great. I was glad to see that they had something there. That was good. That was good to end the CW on that note. Superman, Lois. I love that. Beautiful thing, marriage, family. What's your number 2?
Show called Dark Matter that's on Apple TV. That it's based off a book called from Blake Crouch that came out
Okay.
like maybe a couple of years ago, maybe like less than 5 or 10 years. It's a sci-fi book, and it's basically a story where a man created this machine that will allow him to travel not through time, but travels to a different universe. And the rules works, it involves a lot of yourself, and like you have to think of a place, and it all depends on your emotion. Because let's say if you're thinking very hectic, you open this door, and it could be a world that was flooded in this chaos, and then you you drown. So you got to be really careful. And it's a whole story of him trying to get back to his Earth because he got swapped by another guy who kidnapped him because he became a rich billionaire and lost the chance of having a family, and now he regrets everything he's done, and he went and stole the most honest earning person or version of himself that had a wife and kid, and he stole that life. And our man is trying to get back to his timeline or his universe. So it's a really great multiverse story, and I thought this was really good. And there's a season 2 coming out because it's like season 1 ended such a big cliffhanger. I'm like, I need more. And that was such a phenomenal show. And Apple TV, low key, great. Such a great service. What about you?
Okay.
Okay. So I was
Okay.
watching a YouTube video that says anime that saved romance. And it said that show did it and I had to stop. So is it really that good?
It's good, bro. The end of the day, it's good. Dun, 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 dun. She's like, I want to suck your dong. I said, whoa! It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I hear it's like the wildest
crazy
romance
anime.
ever.
It's a crazy anime. You will like it. You will
No,
it.
isn't it like wildly like realistic and then goes fantasy right away, like out of nowhere?
It's like it goes crazy. Like what the? Oh, it's a crazy show. I think you fuck with it. You fuck with it.
No, I've been on this big anime manga like binge lately.
Okay, yeah,
I've been
I can
trying
say
to find
because
so many great stories.
it's easy and it's like it's not like 100 episodes or
Like,
over. Yeah.
yeah, for
So
me, like it's see, I respect and I give so much credit to One Piece, but like that shit is intimidating to like
yeah,
try to start to watch. And like imagine trying to watch like Naruto and then realizing you have to watch 700 episodes. That's scary.
exactly.
That's intimidating.
Yes.
And I do like
Yes.
a story that has like maybe 2-3 seasons and it's like maybe 30, 40
Perfect.
episodes long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, they got the story they wanted to do. It didn't, no filler. Is it really that good?
I think you're in a good time where anime is like good. So I mean, anime is like short, sweet. Like you got Kai Ranger, Zeo Ranger, all that stuff. You could do that stuff, no problem. Like you, all the anime got Kai Ranger, Don Don. Other anime that's like 10 episodes, 5 episodes, Netflix cool. So you're fine now. You're good. So I think you're fine. You should watch the end of the day. You should watch it. Give it and the song is fire. Dun, 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 dun.
So number one will always be the place. So like the 4 shows were like the 4 shows that I love this year that I firstly got exposed this year. Well, they had new season. But like number one will always still be like Seinfeld / It's Always Sunny. Just because like even though that's a show that I
Okay.
constantly have watched, it's still my favorite show. It's still number one because if I constantly have rewatched this shit, it must mean that it's really good. And everyone has a show like that. That's just me, and I'm cheaping out and I'm copping out on the answer. Those are my two. That's my favorite. Like mainly Seinfeld, just because I've rewatched it a lot throughout the years. If you can find a show that gives you comfort like that, and it's in your top 10, top one, whatever, like don't be ashamed. Like that's my favorite. What about you?
Dragon Ball Daima.
No. How is that? It's so
Listen.
sad. It's so sad he never got really a chance to complete it though.
Oh, it's done. It's done. It's done.
But I know, but he didn't. He wasn't alive to see it.
Yeah, it's done. Dragon Ball Daima is done. I have questions, but it's fine. It's bringing
Is
up the
it
lore.
it's canon then, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I heard two different things.
Okay.
I heard it wasn't canon.
It's canon.
So
it's
okay, so explain like where does it take place?
All right, right after Majin Buu. Right after Majin Buu. Right after. All right, because the guy goes like.
So this is technically before Super then, right?
Yeah, it's way before.
So this all happened in actual canon, right?
Okay. Yeah, this is canon. This fixes a lot of problems with the plot holes.
Okay.
So they fixed a lot of problems because like some characters were there during the Majin Buu fight that didn't see were in there. They fixed a lot of plot holes. Dragon Ball stuff. It's good, fun, and clean fun. Goku, Vegeta, we got to see Vegeta do something special. Is it
all fully dubbed too?
No, it's not fully. It's fully dubbed. Starts January 3rd.
Okay, so I guess I'll watch it then because I want to hear our girl. I want to hear her talk.
Yeah, I saw. I went to the premiere. It was dope. See her.
Still, like, seeing meeting Stephanie was amazing.
Ooh, shout out Stephanie Noli.
Such a phenomenal, like, just me. And I can't believe that was her first ever Comic-Con. That was amazing. Like, honey, this is all you. Like, you did it.
Yeah,
like, I'm happy.
You got it. But Dragon Ball Daimo's great. Goku's great. Vegeta's all of it's great. You get to see different lore. Piccolo's that. Everything you get a ton of stuff you get to see.
So let's for our last, I guess, section where we do comic books. Let's split it. You do comics, I do books.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna say that's what I was thinking about. I said this book. I have 2 books I've read.
Oh no! Look! You can say whatever you want, bro.
All right, we'll do games next. Gaming, because game was hard this year.
Nah, not for me. I can tell you all my shit.
So many fucking games. I play so many fucking games. I want to put Indiana Jones in there, but I'm not gonna put Indiana Jones in there.
You're gonna get on Game Pass, right?
It's free.
Yeah, on Game Pass, right?
It's fun. I was playing it the other day. I was like, it's not fun. It's so good. I have no idea about Indiana Jones movies.
It's done by Obsidian. Like that's like the OG like Fallout team.
That's why it looks so good. It's so good. The fighting is like fluid. You're like, poof, poof, poof. I'm like,
and I'm happy that it's going to be multi-platform too. So it's going to have sales. It's actually going to make money. So I'm happy that it is coming for PlayStation.
I like it. I do like it.
That's awesome.
I'm having a blast with it. Game Pass. I play a lot of games on Game Pass. Crazy. I tried out a lot of stuff. I tried Ghost Simulators. I tried all types of weird games. I said no.
So,
but I want.
I can say number 5 for mine. So my 5 is it's a combo. It was the first 2 Plague games, Plague Requiem and Plague Innocence. Like playing that game was like it's based. I wouldn't say it's a walking simulator. It's more keen to like stealth game, like almost like if Last of Us was all stealth. This is the game. But the premise is so amazing where they have this plague where your brother is literally the patient zero of this rat plague, and he can control the rats with his emotions, but he's a child. So like you're literally running through all of Europe trying to find a place to cure him of this disease. And it's the craziest like story, and like the mocap and the voice acting were phenomenal, and the story was one of those rare games to make you cry at the end, man. It's such a trial and journey.
Beautiful.
And I think the second game was free on PlayStation Plus, and the first game was like on sale for like $10. So that was a phenomenal way to start this year with that game. What about you?
Ooh, this was tough for me because all the games I played, but I played a lot of fucking Tekken 8. I like the game, but I also have my gripes.
Dude, you're getting my guy, man. You're getting Clive Redfield. I'm so jealous.
He's there.
I'm so jealous.
I played him. Everybody plays him.
I'm so jealous.
Question. What? No, this is crazy. This guy's crazy. Why is he? What's his deal? What's Clive's deal?
So no, Clive is like one of the most OP. Technically, well, no, he's probably second because what's his name is the most powerful. What was his name? Noctis. Noctis is like the most powerful protagonist, but Clive is pretty much on that level because he's literally his whole character. Okay, I can't spoil too much because my girlfriend is on the other room and I can't say shit out loud. But basically, he's really special and he can absorb powers of gods. Let's say that he's so if he's really strong in the fighting game, there's a reason he's really strong in the game. But obviously, it takes a while for him to be that OP. But he's a really strong character, and he's a knight for his brother, who's a big king, and his
Oh,
brother disappears and he's cast away as a slave. Yeah,
oh,
Clive Redfield is like one of my all time. That was my game of the year of 2023. But
huh. I love it.
and they
Okay,
had the
hell yeah.
DLCs this year. But
Yeah,
but
Tekken
you
8,
said Tekken 8.
Tekken 8. All right, what's number 4?
4 for me, it will have to be no, that came out last year. Fuck. I would say Warhammer 40K. That game, so I have played a lot. I haven't played a lot recently, but I'm waiting for the Horde mode. But that game was such a surprise hit, such a unique game. I mean, like my first time ever playing anything 40 like Warhammer related, and for having a game to have me invested in the lore of the story, to watch so much video, to understand everything, will say a lot. And also like the armor sets in the game, like it's so much drip. The game is like so testosterone like heavy. It's like a hell yeah brother simulator. It's just constant bloodshed and
Hell yeah, brother,
chaos.
sir.
And it was such a fun like co-op game to like meet random strangers and kind of hope that you stick it to the end. And I don't know, that game was surprisingly a really good hit, and it
That's
does
what.
a lot of good free content that they've been doing too. What about you?
Probably put Warhammer on mine too. Yeah, Warhammer's
That's
mine.
not
That's
bad.
one of them.
We
I
we, we
played a
play we
lot.
play a lot. We play
Yeah,
some.
I got a little crazy, I almost bought some things. I almost went nuts, but Warhammer's fun. Some of us too. All right, number 3.
3. Okay. This is when it starts to get difficult because gaming was amazing this year. So 3 will have to be. I'm trying to like. Bro, I hate being. Oh my god, I hate being on the spot. Number 3 will probably have to be the DLC for Final Fantasy 16. And I say that, and I can say that legally. I'll say that because 2 DLCs came out earlier this year that changed a lot of the game's overall structure and extended the story. And I don't know. Me and having to come back to Final Fantasy 16 was actually really fun in 2024 because I got the platinum and I beat the DLC. So I had a lot of fun. I can't wait to do number 2 and number 1 though. I can't wait. What about you? What's your third?
Oh, Marvel Rivals on my third. That's my number 3.
You had
Kind
a
of
lot of fun.
surprised. I was surprised. I was like skeptical. Better than Overwatch. And I was like, skeptical about it. I was a little nervous playing it, but I had a
I
blast.
hear nothing but good things, so like that's a good thing.
Only bad thing is really just about Marvel Rivals is like, where do you go from here? Like that's hard. That's hard to top the characters
Well,
that are coming.
hopefully they get like a nice roadmap and they can figure out.
Just keep it, just keep whatever you're doing now. Keep it like this. Don't do
But like
nothing
that,
crazy.
maybe
Like I
they probably
know,
will. They probably will.
I know Krakow's coming. Alcaraco's coming. New York City's coming. We got Hitmonkey, Emma Frost, Human Torch, Deadpool, the Fantastic Four, basically, Blade, Daredevil, all these cool characters coming. Just keep it fresh, keep it funky, and let us be able to do the Battle Pass. Let's be able to still earn stuff beyond the Battle Pass. Stuff like that. As long as you do that, you will be fine. You'll be fine. Fine. Okay? It's fine. Marvel Rivals fun blast. Play with your friends. Competitive a little crazy, people want to be a healer, everyone want to be a duelist. Everyone want to be Spider-Man, everyone want to be everyone wants to do all this crazy shit. It's cool. I hope it's open up the doors for more characters, stuff like that. People learn characters. So it's crazy. So people know these characters, it's just crazy. It's crazy. I can't believe Jeff the Shark is in the game, and it's crazy. When I tell people, "Well, Jeff the Shark, I like this," it's crazy. My God, I was like, "This is crazy." I don't know. Comic book, yeah, Marvel. I want a DC Rivals, bro. I want a DC Rivals or
Warner
whatever.
Brothers fucking up though. Warner Brothers fucking up, and
I
like
don't
right
want
now, and right now we only know they're not working on a DC game. They're only doing Arkham,
only
Batman shit, and
only
then maybe this Wonder Woman game. We don't know, but like Harry
maybe.
Potter, and then
What the fuck? Quidditch came out. Did Quidditch game came
yeah,
out?
but
And I'm
but no
like,
one, but like no
did you
one,
play it?
no, because the game looked goofy. Like it changed the art style. You know, Hogwarts
I'll
Legacy.
say,
I love that art style in Legacy, and then they made this cartoony side game. I'm like,
this is the
why
thing.
is Quidditch not in Hogwarts Legacy? Like
Yeah, that's why.
that was your number one game. You sold 25 million copies.
Oh, it's not, you motherfucker. You black bat.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
No, I thought it was part of the game because I played the beta.
No,
Fudge.
no, that's a whole separate thing.
I played that beta. I played that
That was
beta.
a whole that's separate game. That's a whole thing.
No, I
No one
didn't
liked it.
care.
No one liked
Oh,
it.
I thought it was fun, but then like I was like, okay, never mind. All right,
No, no
cool,
bueno. No bueno.
cool. All right, what's your number two?
Helldivers 2, bro.
Oh
Helldivers
shit.
2 is my dedicated live service game. I gave myself one. I'm supporting this game for life, whatever, until 3 comes out. Now,
Okay.
this game was the biggest surprise this year. No one, this game rolled out for $40. They were saying they were expecting maybe a couple, maybe like 50,000 people to play it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it spread like word of mouth. This game is $40. You could play with your friends. It's like the dumbest pro-capitalist, like crazy space marine bullshit game ever. It's so fun, and I've had the greatest online experiences since Red Dead Redemption 1 on the PS3. I've never had this much fun with random people online in 2024. Like this is the greatest online experience I've had in my life. It's
That's
so
awesome.
much fun,
Awesome.
and it's only been out for like 10 months. The game is still has
Oh,
not hit its year market. It's insane, bro. This
first
game
game.
was so fun, so phenomenal. It's my multiplayer game of the year, definitely. But what's your number two?
Oh shit. Well, wait, number two.
Yeah, this is two. That was number two.
Fuck! I should have put. All right. Damn. It's between my last two gonna be controversial. My number one is for sure because that game was definitely like it. We got
Yeah,
to talk about that game.
it's one of the worst games of all time.
No,
It literally made the whole company rethink everything, and they went
no,
the
that's
complete
my number two.
opposite.
That's my number two. That's my number two. That's my number
Number
two.
one.
Number one is my
What the hell?
Dragon Ball for one.
How is that controversial? I thought you were gonna say Suicide Squad. That's controversial.
Nigga, Dragon Ball is fucking controversial. After everything that, yeah,
What?
fucking. All right, think about Spark. Okay, we'll do Suicide Squad first.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad. I love that
I
game.
mean, yeah, a lot of fun.
Shout out to the homies. Shout out to the homies. The group.
Natasha, thank you.
Shout out to the other homies. The
What
group
else?
chat.
What else? What else? What's his name? They gave us all the. What was his name? The little investigator. What was his name again?
Oh, Miller. That's my homie.
Yeah, Miller.
Shout out to him.
Miller. Awesome dude. Awesome dude.
Miller. Thank you. For everything. You're the man. It was awesome. Yeah, Suicide Squad was my shit. That was my shit. I play that shit. I still play that shit. I'm hooked on that motherfucker. January 14th. Finally, let's get it. It's time.
That's true.
No, Deathstroke already dropped. We fight Brainiac.
The actual Brainiac?
Nah, no, not the actual Brainiac. No, you villain. we actually bring the Justice League back. So let's get it. I'm hyped. So let's go. I'm ready.
Well, let's see. Because whatever this is going to spawn after, it's going to be whatever Arkham game is next. So we'll see.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
No, remember that's what they were saying. Like anything Batman, Arkham.
I think that what James Gunn said about what he said was true. Was like all the games and shit like that are gonna be TC.
Well, for me, I'm like I don't trust him at all until I see shit. Because he can say that. Because like I don't see him as a game director. He's not a video game guy. He's not a video game guy. And like I don't know why you Right. What you say they're different? Yeah.
version and the game version. So they go and like so
See, I
whatever
don't
is
believe
like
that. I don't believe that.
I don't want I believe it, but I
It's
don't
too
want
much.
that.
Well,
I
like
don't want
a lot of these like actors. I mean, you have different gigs, and like a video game's like season for development is a different than a movie set. About like you
that.
can't
True.
traverse back and forth
True.
unless
Hey,
unless
that's what
unless
that's what
unless they got them on contract that they
that's
have
why I
to.
said that's what and I think that's what I think it is personally because they're all like, oh, but it's showing the video game, showing the showing TV, showing the showing the. I said that's a
I
lot.
I mean,
That's
me
why
like it's whatever. Like I've always accepted like animation, live action are different, and especially if they can't afford the voice
it's
actor,
insane.
like then the actor like because like let's say like if Anthony Hopkins is doing like a character, right? You can't really have him on live action. The dude's a fucking old man.
I think it's a. I think that's the reason how you cast too. I think that's part of the cast in the contract. I think it's in the contract. It's got to
Yeah,
be.
has to be.
There's no way they're paying the motherfuckers what you call it. Because I don't think they're gonna go with. I don't know for a long time. For not for a long time. Anything Suicide Squad for a long time. For a long time. Long time. Maybe Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman started games, but other than that, or Injustice 2, but Dead 3, but fuck, I
We're
don't think
never gonna
so.
get that, bro. They
Mortal
want Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat, only Mortal Kombat, and I'm
I
like,
think we
bro, you
can.
gonna they're fucking. I think they're really milking the franchise bad. Like you need a
Mortal
break.
Kombat. I
You
don't
need
know.
a break. Like either do another Injustice game or do that horror game that you always wanted to do, that fighting game.
They can't do the
Hey,
horror game. The horror game would probably be harder to do because of the
yeah,
licensing.
licensing, yeah.
Yeah, but I would probably just
Because
do
like I
more.
think Disney owns most of those horror movie characters, like Alien, Freddy,
They don't
Jason.
own. Wait a minute. No,
No,
they
it's
don't.
Fox 23 Fox.
Oh nah, they don't own. Nah, Jason's in a whole nother different ballpark.
Hmm,
That's the
wow.
this is the problem with Disney.
Alien's owned by
Yeah,
Fox. Or Disney.
well, I eventually think Alien's gonna fight a fucking Avenger or some shit in What If or some shit.
Oh, it's
Eventually,
gonna be
I
so
don't know.
bad, bro. That sounds
I
so
mean, AVX is
stupid.
fire, but
Just bring
not
him
the
in live
way,
action. Bring him in
not
live action.
the, not the way
Hey,
they do it. Not the way they do it. Not the way they do it. AVX is AVA is good, but not you can't MCU that. Don't MCU that. Don't do that. Just let it be. Let it be what it is.
have them murder people in the MCU. Fuck it.
I mean, that would be cool, but they're not doing that. They're
And
not.
they would never do that. They would never
If it
do
what
that.
if, if it what if they would, they
No,
had
I don't want that
Howard
in
the
the
Duck and
animation.
girl had a baby, so that was crazy.
Howard the Duck is a whore, bro.
And what if I said, but yeah, Dragon Ball, yeah, Dragon Ball is a whole other story. That's a whole other controversial thing. That's crazy. That was good, very controversial, but it is what it is. So, could you do number one? I'll do my number one first. All right, Dragon Ball Spark Zero, number one. It's Spark Zero, my number one. Besides the tournament and the cheese and all the bull, and then shout out to Bandai Namco for being the like one of the only developers that like listen. Like, thank you. Like, it's very rare to see that they listen and what they do and how they do. The game is only thing this game is missing is really like the customization of the characters. That's for me. Like it's 185 characters, which are actually solid 182, which is
That's not
fine.
bad.
That's still a lot. That's still a lot.
Lot.
You fix the
But that's a
fighting
Budokai.
mechanics, and thank you for fixing fighting mechanics. Thank you for fixing the cheese. They should just making the game playable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you got just gotta do with this. Just stick the landing. That's it. That's it. But yeah, Spark Zero. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's fine. But yeah, that's number two. What's your number one?
That was your number one.
Yeah, Suicide Squad's my number
Yeah.
two.
Okay. My number one was, I mean, it all makes sense. I went through this big fucking like exodus or like just big journey to playing every single From Software game. Right? This is all canon. This is real. I beat Dark Souls. I beat Dark Souls 2. I beat Dark Souls 3. I mean, I'm in the middle of fucking Bloodborne, but I beat Elden Ring. I platinum Elden Ring. And then Elden Ring came out with a DLC that was one of the greatest expansions in video game history with the Shadow of the Erdtree. A game that brought me back to Elden Ring. And it was one of the greatest like fantasy adventures I've ever had in a video game. Probably matching Final Fantasy 16, but like with the freedom of creation and what you could do in this game is amazing, and so many references to so many different genres. It's all sprinkled in this game. I mean, like there's just it was like just magical. I mean, having to fight certain enemies in different forms, being possessed by different people, and the enemy designs and some of the side characters were epic and legendary and still talked about right now. And having played all these Dark Souls games, I'm like, I get why people love them because it's so much like you get so hooked. You're like, I need to beat this, Nick, as much as I suck right now. But it teaches you to strategize. To if your way didn't work once, you're gonna have to find a different way. And it really does pushes you to play different ways, you know? Like sometimes you can't beat the enemies with brute force. You gotta fucking use something else or like use the environment for your advantage. I've cheesed so many boss by making them walk off the platform. It happens. And then they patch it. But I mean, I've been involved in some of that. But I will say Shadow of the Erdtree was my number one. I mean, just to bring me back to this game for 100+ hours says a lot. And it was beautiful. And this year has been a wonderful year in gaming. One of the greatest in my life. Yeah. Still playing Silent Hill 2. It would have been on the list, but I haven't beaten it.
Okay. Next is books and comics. Books and comics. All right. Who'd you go first?
So I can, because my battery's cooking, but I can tell you everything I read, because I haven't read too much. But Berserk was number one for me. I don't know, I haven't finished it all. It has been one of the best reading experiences this year, by far. To finally read one of the greatest stories that I've always been like held upon. To read it, I get it. I get the hype. I get it. I know why people love it. I know reading has been a little bit of a, I guess, decline this year, but I picked it up with manga. So like, but what about you?
Books I read were the Becky Lynch book was pretty good, and I read Red Sonja Consumed by Gail Simone, which was pretty good. I couldn't put it down, so that's just great. That was great. Shout out to them. And Becky Lynch's book was good. I like wrestling when they talk about other things in their lives or how they felt during certain moments or what was going through their head during that time. That was good. Comics wise, a lot of bangers. Comics. Shout out to comics, man, for this year. So much. Marvel's Blood Hunt is up there. I put you runner up. Ultimate Universe. Thank you for being you.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, Ultimate Universe. Shout out to Absolute Comics too. Absolute DC.
Yeah,
I love
that
that.
broke some records, man.
Yeah,
Broke some big sales records.
You gotta be doing things. You gotta be doing things. You gotta feeling good. Transformers. Surprise. Daniel Warren Johnson.
Dude, that guy can draw.
Yeah.
That guy has some of the best art.
I
ever.
love everything he does. Dual Power Bomb, all that stuff he does. Daniel Warren Johnson. TMNT. Justice League.
IDW, right?
Yep. TMNT, IMW. It's great. Classic. Read. There's no excuse now. You know, they fixed it. It's good. Every comic is out. It's getting up there. Except for a couple of them. Well, but it's okay. But it's okay. I know, but sometimes it's just take your time and read. Read comics. Go to your local comic shop. Also, go to the local bookstores. Anything you can get books on. I went to Board of Nobody yesterday.
Well, I went. So like my favorite book, like regular literature book, was one 1Q84 by Murakami. It's a Japanese, like one of the best Japanese novels I've ever read in my life, and it's a big one. It's at least 1,200 pages, and it's an epic fantasy / romance story. It's really hard to explain, but it also got me back into reading big books because 3 years ago I was reading 1,000-page books left and right, and I went to a slight decline in, I guess, my reading stamina. And then this year I'm back to reading that. I'm reading another book that's 1,400 pages that I haven't finished. That would have been probably number one because I'm obsessed with this series, The Stormlight Archive. Another book will be what else did I read? Fuck. It was fuck. Man, don't you hate this when you get put on the spot and you have to say shit? There was another book called it was called The Color of Blood by Mona Kabani. She's like an independent author. It was a love story about this deranged serial killer that likes to cut up people, but this girl regenerates always. She regenerates constantly. So he's like obsessed with like carving her up and like satisfying his lust for murder without killing people in real life. It's so weird. It's the weirdest romance story, but I loved it, and I get why some women love like I guess smut. I guess, but like this wasn't smut. This was like horror. Like I don't know. It was really really good. It was really weird. Like independent authors have been killing it this year to like have write a lot of stuff that like would never be commercially out there. But I think the book industry is starting to realize that like you got to take chances. You got to give these authors like a chance. Like some of these works are some of the best works I've read in my life, and they're just regular workers like you and I who wrote this book and published it, but just never got the light of day. And I don't know, reading has been a blessing, and I think a lot of people need it. Whether it's manga, comics, or books, you gotta read. Reading is awesome, man.
Reading's fundamental, y'all. Read that shit. Read it. Hell yeah. That concludes our yearly list. Let's go. Thank you for listening for another year. We love you here at the Power Friendship Podcast.
I feel like we've been doing this for years now, man.
Years? Yeah,
I think it's like what? This is like our fourth or fifth?
I think our third.
No, it can't be. Is it?
It's got to be our third. I think we haven't been doing it for long, bro. I don't think we've been doing it as long.
I think it's the fourth year. I think it's year 4. I think it's year 4, bro. Maybe. I don't know.
It might be year 2.
Might be done.
Year 2. We'll see. But
Not year 2.
Year 2. We were there for a while. Thank you for listening. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. We love you here. Benny, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram at Benny J Blanco and X the Benny J Blanco. What about you, Sailor?
Sailor Gaze 18 everywhere. Boom! In the name of the moon, I will flex on you. Thank you. At YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. Your mom's house is where I be. Benny, give us some yearly advice, man. What's the yearly advice?
If your gut says don't do it, don't go there, you should trust it. Always trust your gut, because it will save your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And also, have fun for the New Year's. Be safe out there.
Yeah, trust your tingle. All right?
Trust your tingle.
Love you. Peace. Pressing the button.